What is going, guys? It is Capjoy here, and I'm back with another Black Ops 3 video. But today's not gonna be a gameplay video. It's gonna be something that one of my subscribers actually requested a few days ago, and that was the best class setup for the VMP and the M8A7. And yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into it, because some of you might also want to know about the best class setup for these two weapons, the most essential weapons when it comes to competitive gaming in Black Ops 3, which is nearly the end, which is quite late to do you know, uh, best class setup for these two weapons. But since he requested it, I thought I was like, why not? It could be something you guys want. But yeah, either way, let's just jump straight into it. We're gonna start with the M8 here, which is my favorite weapon at the moment in competitive gaming. And as you can see here, I use Elo sight. And to be clear about the sight on an M8 or any kind of AR weapon, is to not take, like, you see me use M8 in an Elo sight, but just because I use it doesn't mean you have to use it, because no one should decide no one should decide over you how you should pick your optic or sight, if you know what I mean. Like, if I pick Elo, that doesn't mean you have to. It means maybe you're better with reflex, because everyone is different. There's so many players using different, like, people, like, for example, use Elo because they feel better in short range, and they use reflex because they're better in long range, and so on. Like, it's different for everyone. Might Like, I just feel better by using the yellow sight, so I just use the yellow sight. And sometimes I might feel the reflex is better, like it shifts for me. It's not the same all the time, so yeah, just about that. Yellow sight for me. It's You just decide whatever you want to use for sight, but use the sight. Don't use iron sight. It's pretty bad. But yeah, anyway, that was that. And for the attachments, I will use the long barrel and the stock. Long barrel because if you don't know, if you're in medium range with an M8 and you want to take out an enemy, for example, if you're in top broken on breach and there's someone in middle hut, if you know what I mean, that kind of range, you would actually need like 5 bullets on that guy. But instead with the long barrel you only need 4, and even longer ranges you would only need 4 bullets for, like, for example, top broken to top AC in breach, and even longer. So that's long barrel is very helpful there, because people like to use quick draw because that's what they used to do back in the days of Black Ops 2. But I have never felt in need of using quick draw. Never. I've been going through the entire Black Ops 3 without even using quick draw in competitive, and I feel just fine with that. And stock is pretty much essential in every gun that you want to use, like especially for assault rifles. But submachine guns you can have, and you don't have to use them, but it's pretty good. Anyway, for secondary, I would like to use the RK5, either the RK5 or the LCAR9. MR6 is not really the one to use. It's more RK5 or LCAR9, I would say. Whatever you like use the most. I like the RK5 more, so yeah, I'm going with that. And for the perks here, this is what you're gonna see on my VMP class as well, pretty much. It's Afterburner, and then I have another class reserved for Flak Jacket if I know the enemy has a car or they're nading or something like that, but otherwise let's just use Afterburn the entire time. And Fast Hands, some people might, take that off on assault rifles because they don't feel they have to, just because, you don't run as much with the VMP, with the M8, run around and you need to step out, stop and have a fast aim right away, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I still use the fast hands because I need it. Otherwise, I have a bad feeling about using a weapon without fast hands. But whatever, I just use that. When it comes to these two, yeah, what else can I say? It's the ones you gotta use in SND. Of course, if you want to replace something with a tac mask, because I would say tac mask is the only thing you could replace here, and I would replace the blast suppressor, I think. Depending on like, if you're playing doubles, 2v2, I would take off it for, blast suppressor. If you're playing 4v4s, you could actually go with taking off dead silence, because you might rush something and then it will not even matter if the enemy can hear you or not, so you can might as well take off dead silence. And yeah, because you're just gonna rush something. But if you're playing slow, I would recommend you to take off blast suppressor and keep that silence, because otherwise enemies can soundhole you pretty easily. Yeah, that was pretty much about the M8A7 class. Let's go to the VMP class. I'm not much of a VMP user, but I know what to use. And this is my yeah VMP class. It's quick draw. Need that in all of my SMG classes. I have to use quick draw, and on my AR classes I never use quick draw really. So it's you know, it's always been like that for me on these SMGs and ARs in Black Ops 3. And grip, pretty much need to use that. Needs to use that for more long ranges. In short ranges, I don't think it does any difference, but in long ranges, the recoil becomes a bit uh, hard to control. So it will just be wild, and you will not have any chance in long ranges. And then when it comes to stock, it's more, if you know the enemy team is not using explosive, I would use stock. It would be nice to have, like, it's more of what you want to use yourself. I like to use stock when I know the enemy doesn't have a car or explosives. Then I use stock, but if I don't have that, I make a second class like this. It's an afterburner and flakjack class, because I don't really need after. I don't really need. Oh God, what is it called? Stock. Sorry, it's very late here. I'm kind of tired. But yeah, you kind of don't need stock. You can replace that with flak jackets, and you will have a perk 2 and 3 greed. And to mix the experiment as well, you could take off the perk 1 greed, and you could put on maybe 2 flashbang classes. I don't even want to put 2 trophies, but you know, flashes or concussions, or maybe take off that and put out a grenade, and yeah, mix around a bit. You could do that with the VMP class. I like to do that with the VMP class, just take off, just use quick draw, grip, these perks I have here, and you know, mix up between lethals and tacticals and all that. And don't use a secondary on a subclass. You don't need that, because the only reason you want to use a secondary is for short range battle, and you already have that with the subclasses, so you're pretty safe with that. And yeah, I guess that was pretty much it about those classes. Something you could do as well if you want, which I don't really do, is only if you're using maybe kinetic in a 2v2 or 4v4 or whatever, you could go with the overclock and afterburner. I don't even know why I throw that in, because I don't use that. But yeah, you can just mix around as how much as you want to. But for just to make it short, this class with the VMP and this class with the M8 are the ones that I always use in sort of the games. So these are the 2 classes I enjoy the most to use. And yeah, that was pretty much it about this VMP and M8A7 best class setup. Oh god, I should go to bed now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.